You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday. I'm Margot Gray with your 48 Fastcast. This is your digital newscast bringing you the latest information and updates in 10 minutes or less. So if you drive along North Memorial Parkway in Huntsville right now, you may want to hit Pulaski Pike or even Meridian Street. I'll tell you why. Right now, North Memorial Parkway is experiencing a backup right at that Max Luther Drive intersection. That's already a problem because of construction, and then the bottleneck at East Service Road. We're told this is due to a garbage truck catching fire. No word on any injuries, but right now we do know that it's slow going on the parkway, which is already an issue. So stay with WAFF 48 as we bring you the updates. But again, this is a garbage truck on fire, and that is what is backing up traffic greatly on the parkway. Now, staying in Madison County, one person is dead and another is injured following a wreck this morning. State troopers arrived to the intersection of Carterton Road and Quarter Mountain Road near Harvest. This is just before 7:30 this morning to find a two-car crash. Don Webster with Hemsey says one person was killed while another was taken to Huntsville Hospital for further treatment. The identity of the person killed has not been released yet. Obviously, they're going to have to notify next of kin. The crash is under investigation. Well, at any moment now, the House of Representatives will reconvene from recess to vote on ending this government shutdown. On Monday, the Senate approved a revised version of the funding resolution. Now it's up to the House to turn over that bill, make sure it looks good before it heads on to the president's desk. This is the longest shutdown in U.S. history, now stretching 43 days long. We will continue to monitor the House's progression with the bill, so stay tuned as we bring you updates from Washington.
Well, that geomagnetic storm continues on out there in outer space. We just can't see it right now because the sun is up. Once the sun goes down, we should be able to see some of that. Not sure if it's going to be as good as last night, but it's possible because we expect potentially to be a stronger impulse coming through. It all depends on the polarity and, of course, a lot of other things going on out in space. We'll continue to keep you up to date on that here and on social media. Here's your next 12 hours. Not a bad night out there. A bit of a meteor shower going on, too. 45 degrees at 10, 42 at 1 a.m. We should escape a frost tonight. Really nice again tomorrow, closer to 70, 73 Friday. How about Saturday? That looks awesome, Margot. 75 degrees.
Oh, it does. Can't wait for that. So a Trinity family is scrambling now to find a new home after their home burned down over the weekend. So the family first smelled burning wires and extinguished the fire in the ceiling. They decided to stay at a hotel for the night to let the house air out. But a few hours later, they received a call saying that the house was fully engulfed in flames. Even though the home is a total loss, they say they are grateful no one was inside at the time.
I thank God looking at all of them, because two of my kids, they was wanting to stay. And I was like, no, y'all cannot stay. I keep telling them, like, it's something to come along for us. Well, God's got a way for us. He shut one door, he's going to open up another one for us.
They have the right attitude, don't they? So members of the community are now teaming up to donate clothes and furniture to this family. A link to donate is on our website at WAFF.com. We're going to take a quick break and I'll see you right back. So if you missed out on seeing the Northern Lights last night, there's another opportunity tonight. So this is one of the hundreds of pictures you sent in to us last night of what you saw through your camera, of course. It's harder to see it through the naked eye. This comes courtesy of Justin Carroll out of Lexington. Just look at how rich that beautiful pink, fuchsia basically, You can see we saw some blue, we saw some green. It's just beautiful. The lights are expected to come across our area again tonight, so be sure to look for a link to submit your photos from tonight's phenomenon, and then Brad can do a way better job of explaining why this happens to begin with.
Now, your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis.
Yeah, Margot, there's been 3 coronal mass ejections off of the sun, basically almost like explosions, and all that energy comes towards the Earth. And depending on the polarity of the Earth at the time those particles move through, we see a lot of those colors out there. Tonight, the third one of those CME, coronal mass ejections, is coming through. In fact, it's coming through now. You just can't tell. But one of the cool things in some of the photos last night I was seeing, not necessarily from here, but other parts of the country, people taking selfies, and you could see it behind them, and they had pictures of their dogs or horses, so that was pretty cool. So maybe get creative if that happens again. We'll keep an eye on it. And it started happening right after sunset yesterday evening, and I do expect the same thing because the storm is ongoing. The geomagnetic storm is ongoing right now. Temperature is beautiful, near 70 degrees. We'll probably hit 70 in a few spots tomorrow. We've got a clear sky, so good viewing tonight if we do see the northern lights. Big storm system off the Pacific Northwest. We'll watch that out west, but around here we've got quiet weather. Next chance of a rain shower is going to be early in the morning as we go probably 9 a.m. or so Sunday. A weak boundary comes through. Doubtful we'll see any significant rainfall, but we'll keep a 20% chance in there. 5 a.m. tomorrow, a light wind in the morning, if not calm. And that's the other thing, Margot. This morning, the lights were still visible just before sunrise. You had a secondary burst coming in between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. So it's not necessarily a late evening thing. It could be early morning as well if you get up early enough. 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, a few more high clouds. Temperatures close to 70. In fact, I'm probably going to change the forecast high to 70 based on what I'm seeing now. Notice the higher clouds coming in tomorrow. So perfect timing as far as the visibility for the evening sky. Rain chances, they're pretty much zero until we get to Sunday, and it's only 20%. Rain chances are going to increase at some point next week. It's kind of fading back to maybe Wednesday, Thursday into Friday, but there are still signs that we could see some significant rainfall with a couple of storm systems next week. We're going to go 30% Tuesday, a better chance Wednesday into Thursday, and this could continue into the weekend. So just keep checking back for that. But overall, temperatures look very, very nice. Havoc in town Friday and then again Sunday.
Coronal mass ejection. Got it. All right, that'll do it for today's Fastcast. AJ Weiss will be logging on next with Before the 4. And then don't forget to tune in to WAFF 48 News for more of your headlines. You can watch us at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching and have a great Wednesday afternoon.